Hi, welcome to this episode of Beyond the Brokerage, where community meets collaboration and agents tell stories. Today, I have my good friend Annia. Annia, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the invitation.
Absolutely. I first met Annia years ago through a common friend that we have in common, Alisa Favor from Fidelity.
From Fidelity Title.
Yeah,
yes.
From Fidelity National Title. And we've known each other for probably like 6 or 7 years.
Correct.
So it's been a while, and this is a legend in the industry.
Oh my God.
So it's a pleasure for me to have you here today, Annia.
Thank you, Liliana, again for the invitation. It's a pleasure for me to be here too.
Of course. So tell us a little bit about your history in real estate. What brought you to real estate to begin with?
Okay, so I've been in the industry since 2001. So that would be 25 years.
And you're still smiling.
Oh my God. And before that, I was actually in the mortgage industry. So it's been a trip. Yeah, so I started with the mortgage. My husband and I had a mortgage business together, and then I decided to go separate from him, he kept the mortgage, and I became a real estate agent 2001, so 25 years.
Excellent. So you've been through quite a few real estate markets.
Yes, I've been through this, right? And went through the recession back in 2008 when we had a lot of short sales, and it was the industry.
They're coming. They're already here.
And so, yeah, I've been in the ups and in the downs of the business.
What keeps you in the business? Because 2001, that's 25 years. Right in the industry.
So just to be honest with you, like last year I wanted to kind of retire, and I couldn't do it. The business calls me back. Yeah, so I need to, well, that's who I am too. I need to keep myself busy, and I like what I do. The customers call me, so it's like, sometimes you refer the customers and they don't want that, they don't want to be referred. They want to work with you. So they brought me back. So I'm back again,
I love that. The customers won't let her leave. I love that.
Yeah, but I'm happy. I'm happy because I couldn't stay home. I was like, no, this is not me. I need to be busy. I need to do what I like to do. So
yeah, I was having a conversation this morning with another agent, and he was telling me, I don't ever see myself retiring.
Yeah.
From anything, right? And I said, I feel the same way. I do want to be work optional. That's like my thing. I want to work if I have to work, or if I want to work, not have to work.
Right.
But when you are in this to help people, it's kind of impossible to walk away, right? And
because
to give
they
your
need
people to
you
someone else and sell that database. And
especially when they come with a lot of referrals, it's like, oh my God, yeah, I gotta respond to this call.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So.
And talking about that, I'm sorry
to
interrupt. Now I understand too, a lot of people, like there was a time there where I worked a little bit in San Agustin, Florida.
Oh, okay.
And there was a lot of elderly, like more than me, right? So a lot of agents and a lot of people would ask, why do they keep doing this? I mean, they should retire and give the opportunity to new agents. But now I get it. It's because they get the calls from the past customers, and they want to do what they do best, and represent them. And so now I get it why they are back, they're still in the business. Yeah.
So take me back to when you started real estate and you were a new agent and you had to build a business. How did you build that?
So we did have a radio show back then. It was a Spanish radio station, actually in Casaberry, and so we had a lot of phone calls, and so we would get a lot of phone calls out of the radio, even on live. We would get some calls live, and we helped a lot of customers. So we built that. And from there, we still have customers. I still have customers from back then.
I believe it, because you're great at follow-up.
Yeah. So, that's how we started. And then, again, repetition in the business. And also, you never lose an opportunity, right? So anytime you can talk to people about real estate, I do that. I'm not a pushy person. So but that's how we started it.
I love that you mentioned that you're not a pushy person. I was having a conversation earlier today. It's been a day of conversations for me today, where we were commenting how sometimes real estate agents overcomplicate things.
Oh my God, yeah.
And we forget that we just need to be human.
Right.
You know, that a conversation doesn't have to be scripted, just be a human more often.
Right.
Because that's what people want, right? People want an authentic relationship. They don't want to call like, hey, I'm in real estate. Who do you know that wants to buy or sell real estate? Like, who wants to
Everybody
take that call?
can say that, and everybody have that script.
Yeah. And who wants to take that? I don't want to take that call.
I don't want to take that call either. I would like spam, boom,
Exactly.
hang up.
Exactly. Absolutely. So I love the fact that you stay connected as a human being.
Yeah,
because
you gotta
relationships are everything, right? And in today's world, with all of the tech and the AI and this and that and the other, I believe that people feel like the technology is there to substitute the relationship, when it's really not the case, right? The tech is there to enhance the relationship.
Right.
Because the phone call, the hey, how are the kids doing? Did you take that trip? How was your vacation? AI will never do that.
Right.
And I don't want AI to call me, if I'm being super honest.
It's so funny. Last night, my daughter, she was at home, and so my husband put a TV on, and there's a guy talking about currency. You know, they're into that. And the guy, I thought he was a real guy, but he was like, no, like the tone, even his
no
voice,
emotion, no
emotions. And my daughter's like, hey, Dad, you know that's AI. Yeah, I know. I did. But it's true. You know, you don't have that personality. And so that's what people are looking for.
Yeah.
People are looking for personality to be like human, and for you to comprehend what they're looking for or what is their needs and this and that, and just be you.
Absolutely.
Be you.
Absolutely. So if you were to give one word of advice to a newer agent that's trying to build their business, what would you tell them?
To be themselves, you know, they do need to prepare a little bit, you know, do some training here and there, because you don't want to sound either like you don't know what you're doing. But, you know, training is very important, but at the same time, be you. And if whenever you don't know something, and that's something that I always have done. If I don't know an answer, I would tell you, I don't know, let me find out. But I don't come up with stupid
no, we can't make it up. We can't fake it till we make
because
it.
people will know that you've done,
Absolutely.
you know, people will know. They will find out, hey, she didn't know what she was talking about. So, yeah.
And the truth of the matter is that our consumer today is savvy. They have the same information that we do.
Yeah.
Right? And then our role becomes to give them perspective and guidance.
Yeah.
Because they cannot put really the pieces of the market together.
Right. So, yeah, they're very savvy. Sometimes they might even know more than you do. I mean, if they're right, they say computer savvy and you're not, that customer might know a little bit more than you, but you're the expert in the field. That's what you need to do. But more than anything, be the expert / be the human, you know, and don't show off like, oh, I'm the best, this and that, because people don't like that.
Yeah,
people don't like that. It's 100%. Like, yeah, you just be down to earth. That's the word, down to earth.
So 26 years in the business, what has remained constant? What has remained the same throughout 26 years, regardless of the market in your business? Like, because you've been closing deals for 26 years.
Right.
How have you been able to do that, regardless of what's going on?
Again, a lot of repetition, you know, all customers that refer, like last week, I just closed a couple of weeks ago, I just closed a referral from an old customer, you know. I have another coming up, another referral from an old customer, and like that. And thank God for that, because I know as a new agent, when you first start and you don't have anybody, usually they start with a family or a friend, right?
Absolutely.
but yeah, all customers, repetition, and I do make phone calls, you know, to all customers and remind them, hey, I'm here to, you know, and not only to remind them that I'm still doing this, but also to find out where they are in life. So you build that relationship with them.
Yeah, these are your friends. I mean,
yeah, they do become my friends. I'm telling you, 99% of my old customers are my friends.
Of course.
Yeah, they're my friends. So yeah, and a lot of times they look me up and they invite me to parties and this and that, and they keep me part of their family. Yeah.
That's great.
I like it.
Let's get a little personal, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So, you have had a long career in real estate, and you have also raised a family. There's a lot of women out there that are trying to figure out, how can I raise kids and still run a very profitable and successful business? How did you do it?
How did I do it? Well, I did have, thank God I had the help of my husband. And I feel so sorry for the single moms out there. I was commenting with my son. My son just had a baby. Well, his wife just had a baby. And we were commenting about that, you know, poor single moms. But I guess the scheduling system. The scheduling system is very important, that you're not all over, so that way you have everything planned. And I don't know, I mean, because I was never like, but I guess the calendars, that's what they're there for, to remind you and to prospect and to, and one thing like I do a lot, and the other day I was working out, and just to give you an example, and I saw this girl in the middle of the workout go out and take a phone call. Take your time for yourself. Take your time for that hour at least of working out for yourself. It's very important, because if not, you go crazy, because the business can become really hectic and consume you. And if you don't put your parameters of, okay, let's say I'm gonna work out from 9 to 10, or I'm gonna work out at 5 to 6 or whatever, that's your time. And so the timing, and do the timing for yourself, and the calendar. Keep it in order.
Thank you for saying that.
Why?
Because we're in this narrative of no one should be saying to their customers that they work 24/7, because we're not robots.
I used to say that. And then I would get phone calls like at 11 o'clock at night.
And you're like, why am I getting phone calls at 11 o'clock?
What can you resolve at 11 o'clock at night?
Nothing. And no one dies from real estate. They can wait until the morning.
I remember an FHA question at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And it was a family member too, by the way. I wanted to kill her. Like, oh my God.
But it's so important to set boundaries for our mental health.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't think I've ever had either an agent or a client not work with me because I set boundaries around my availability.
Right.
I've been married for 25 and a half years. My husband still wants to hang out with me. I've raised 3 children, 3 boys. They still want to hang out with me too. And the time with them is not negotiable.
Right.
And when I tell a client or an agent, I'm not available on Sundays for you because Sunday is my God and family day, people respect that at a high level.
People respect it.
No person wants to work 24/7, and they shouldn't expect us to work 24/7, and we shouldn't be saying things like, I'm available to you 24/7, because that is not a bragging right.
Right.
You're in the treadmill to burnout.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah, no. You should definitely do the boundaries. I'm pretty good about answering the phone calls.
Yes, you should be.
Because that's another thing. You don't want to be an agent where they don't respond, and there's a lot of them out there.
I know.
Because then I don't know about their boundaries, but they must have like big ones.
Too many of them. There's an extreme.
Exactly. Yeah. So you have to balance that out. Like after, I would say 9 o'clock at night or whatever, say, hey, can I would just not respond. I would respond the next morning, because there's nothing really you can resolve at that time.
I always say when they call us after hours, all we're doing is dealing with their anxieties.
Yeah.
And we're no one's therapist.
Right. And it's like, yes.
Yeah.
I remember another phone call like around 10:30 at night, talking about FHA. Another customer, not only my family member, but this is another one, and they were closing, and I understand they were a young couple, first time home buyer, and they were like anxious about everything. But then again, I was answering the phone calls then, right? 10:30 at night. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I resolving when I don't even have because I'm not the lender, so we're gonna have to wait until the next day anyways.
Yes.
What am I doing? I was already in bed, and I answered the phone.
Oh, wow.
Huge mistake.
Yeah.
Huge mistake. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
We're always coaching agents in their consultations with buyers and sellers to establish their hours of operation. I'm available from this time to this time, because you have to protect your mental health.
Yeah.
This is a business that it can consume you, like we were talking about before. And we all get into this business to do the right thing for our family and for ourselves. And sometimes we end up losing that.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's not fair to your family.
That's true.
I always say we juggle different balls, right? We're like circus people, like always juggling all the balls. But there's 2 balls that are so important, and that's your health and your family. And if those drop, those are crystal balls, and they're going to shatter. And it's going to be so much more difficult to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
true.
the work, that's a rubber ball. And if we drop lead generation for a few weeks, the moment we pick it back up, it will bounce back up.
That's right.
And we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Boundaries. Not too big, but balance.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna go into a rapid fire question session.
Okay.
All right. So favorite food?
Oh my God. Favorite food would have to be Italian.
Oh my God, I love Italian food too. I love Italian food too.
And seafood too. So
Nice.
Let me take that back.
Spoken like a true Cuban.
Yeah, seafood first and then Italian. Yeah.
Favorite language, English or Spanish?
Spanglish.
That is an official language.
Let me tell you, in my house, so my husband, he's Puerto Rican, but he was raised here. So since we were married, it's Spanglish. You know, he talks to me in English, I respond in Spanish, but sometimes I respond in English too, and vice versa. And it's like whatever, you know, whatever comes into our minds, that's what I.
This is not a rapid fire question, and I don't want to lose the opportunity to ask you this. Being bilingual, how has that helped your business?
A lot, definitely a lot, especially in the market that we're in, that we are in. So, yeah, most of my clients, I would say it's like 60% Hispanics, and then and then 20%, 40% American. I was, but yeah, it helps a lot.
It helps a lot. It is a value proposition when we can say to a buyer or a seller, I can negotiate in 2 languages.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, that's the thing. Absolutely.
I wish I could talk like Chinese or some other language. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, we have an agent here that speaks 6 languages.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it's
so she gets a lot of leads probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. And she can negotiate in all of those languages.
Yeah.
And it's impressive to see
the
her.
Foreign nationals coming in, they can, oh my God, yeah, that would be a blessing.
Absolutely. Beach or pool day?
Beach.
I know.
Yeah, no.
You know, she's from Cuba, I'm from Puerto Rico. We're always gonna gravitate to the beach.
No. And I'm a water girl. So give me like I would drive an extra hour just to go to the Gulf. Instead of because I like to go in and the water is so warm. Oh my God, I love it. This is why we live in Florida.
One of the reasons, absolutely. Calls or texts?
I like calls. I like to get it over with, and I like that connection because you lose so much in a text sometimes, and you try to say something but I would text too, because a lot of especially the young people now, they prefer text. Everything is text.
Yeah.
Just to say, okay, they will say,
I know.
It takes longer to me.
And the truth of the matter is that in our market now, we're dealing with 4 generations.
Yes.
And all of them communicate in a different way.
different.
So we have to be these chameleons and adapt.
Right. So you have the, like, let's say older people than me or whatever, they prefer the phone calls. I prefer that. Yeah. Then you have, I don't know about the generation whatever, that in the 30s and it's all texting. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Those are the young millennials.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like my kids, they're like that.
Yeah, my kids are like that too. My kids are to the point where, so my oldest is 27, then 24 and 21, and sometimes I will call and they'll pick up the phone, they don't say hello, and I'm like, you need to say hello. Wait. It's almost like they don't know how to use a freaking phone.
It's like,
it's annoying.
It's a conversation. Just pick up the phone. My daughter is really good about it. She calls me every day, but my son is texting. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, favorite movie?
The Notebook.
Oh, you're a romantic.
I am very romantic.
Oh, I love that. Are you watching Bridgerton?
No.
Okay.
No.
You gotta watch it. It's a romantic thing too.
Really? Yeah. The Notebook is such a nice movie.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being
You're welcome.
here with
thank
us today,
you for the
Annia.
interview.
Absolutely.
I hope I did good. Yeah.
She did amazing. If people want to get a hold of you, how can they reach you?
So I'm 321-304-7160. I'm here. I'm not going to say 24/7. We just talked about that. But yeah, I'm pretty good at answering the phone calls.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here
Thank
today.
you, Liliana. Appreciate it.
Of course, Mama.
Okay.
Thank you so much for logging into another episode of Beyond the Brokerage, where agents tell story, we build community, and collaboration goes above everything else.
Aloha.